Well, good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. You know what that means. It's time for a marketing department. The head of the powertrain has stated their opinion on where we should take our development next, but they brought some good points, but it goes against recent on-track feedback. Let's suggest with that one and see where we go from there. But it is Thursday, you know what that means. Welcome along to episode 77 of our F1 23 My Team Career Mode with Team Chaseliner. And it is time for the Chinese Grand Prix alternative because, you know, we're not doing Azerbaijan because Azerbaijan probably sucks. If you like the content you see, don't forget to consider hitting that like button. Also consider that subscribe button as well. Goes a long way to helping the channel and pushes us out because YouTube won't do it. YouTube don't like smaller channels for some insane reason. That's right, YouTube. I said something. There is our facility. There is our car. Look how close the top half of the field is, and then look at, although to be fair, Alfa Romeo and Haas do seem to be heading in the right direction for some insane reason. Sponsors are all very happy, but Championship, George Russell leads the way after Australia, followed by Sergio Perez, Jackie in P3, then Liam Lawson, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Esteban Ocon, Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, your top 10, or 11 I should say, Callie in P13, and still all the usual scrubs at the back of the field who have not yet scored a point because their cars are worthless and they're absolutely trash. Anyway, we're going to take practice and qualifying with the girls, and I'll see you on the other side of this for the Chinese Grand Prix. Some rain might be nice. I want to see how this car handles in the wet weather of Shanghai.
The Chinese Grand Prix then is upon us once again. A race that saw Michael Schumacher claim his final Formula One victory in 2006, as well as Red Bull's first with Sebastian Vettel in 2009. There's no doubt plenty more drama to come here in Shanghai. The ever-tightening turns 1 and 2 will prove tricky in the slippery conditions here in Shanghai, and anyone that slides wide will lose a lot of time getting back on track. Turn 14 should still be the best place for overtaking, but we'll have to see some improvement in the weather before the drivers can take advantage of that DRS assistance. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have the governess, Liam Lawson, Norris, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Gasly, Sainz, Ocon, Stroll, Mayer, Drugovich, Leclerc, Bottas, Magnussen, Joe, Tsunoda, Albon, Sargent, and Nick de Vries rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Now let's talk about Sergio Perez. And we welcome Anthony Davidson to the commentary box once again. And this driver had a great win last time out. Can they carry that momentum into this one?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping.
So the rain is here, and it is clear that somebody has got it all to do as she comes to line up P3 on the grid behind George Russell and Max Verstappen. I tell you what, if this was dry, I'd worry, but because this is the rain, I actually don't worry as much because you never know. I think the rain around China is the great equaliser that she needed as she's on tick over and waiting for everybody else here on the grid as we get set for the Chinese Grand Prix. And if I start hiccuping, it's because I've just been watered and I've just been fed as well. As we go to the 5 red lights here at the Shanghai International Circuit for the Chinese Grand Prix, lights out and away we go. And it's a pretty decent start at the front, but Jackie's going to go right through it. They are 4 wide, and she wants to get out of that pretty quickly. She goes round the outside of turn 1. There's so much grip around the outside of turn 1. She's already passed Lawson Order. Dum-dum. And will she get past Verstappen into 2? She goes! That's enough to make you want to do something to your pants as she heads down to the hairpin. Another big braking zone. Oh, that sounded nice there. Braking. That sounded really nice. Rolling off the lips and the tongue there as we head through the fast corners. Not so fast in the wet. because, well, let's be honest, wet. That's all that needs to be said. Exactly. Everyone else there is thinking about the same thing as well. As we come through down to what will be the switchback corner to go onto that big, long, kilometre-long straight. He's already about a second ahead of Lawson Order. Dun dun. Well, if she can get out of touch from Lawson Order, I don't think they'll have much of an advantage heading down this back straight as they actually think they do. You can see the rain though. Look, you can just about make them coming out the banking and heading down this kilometre-long straight here at Shanghai. We are hoping to come back next season to Shanghai. I think it's deserved because China I think low-key it's a very good circuit. If I'm being honest. I do think... Oh, Drugovich up to P15 ahead of Charles Leclerc. Now Leclerc's getting that position back. Let's go. I do think this circuit low-key bangs, but they have so much grip through that final corner. It's unbelievable, and Lawson Order is looking to the out. Oh, that's close. That's very close. That's a lot closer than it actually needed to be. Oh, there may have been a bit of contact. Just a little bit of contact, but nothing too severe as we go on to lap number 2. Onto the kilometre-long back straight. We're looking over the shoulder of Logan Sargent, chasing down Nick De Vries, who's got himself straggled again from Yuki Tsunoda. We may as well just say, is he on the wet tyres? No, he is on the... It looked like for a second he was on the wets then. That would have been a massive issue there for Nick De Vries if he would gone on the wets. As who are we looking at? We're looking at the back. Is that Max Verstappen? I think it is Verstappen. We're looking at the back of his... Oh! Oh, look! Right rear puncture! Sorry, left rear puncture! Oh my... What has happened there? That just let go. You can see his car literally... You can see it's now sunk down on the left... Well, you're right as you look at it. But it is sunk down into the ground, and that is going to ruin Verstappen's race, and I'm not heartbroken about it. That's one less car to worry about if we're being brutally honest. Yeah, look at that. He just has no control, and he's holding up a lot of other people as well. He has no... You can see that left rear just flailing around like nobody's business. I suppose, if you think about it, it's actually happened in a timely place, because he didn't have that far to go back to the pit lane. As we now look at Alex Albon coming into, I think this is turn 5, and he's doing more than coming into turn 5. Is that going to be a red flag? I hope not. No, he looks like he's moving it out of the way, so yep, everything looks hunky-dory there, so we're still racing. No worries there, thank God. But P14 at the moment is Charles Leclerc. He's got ahead of Drugovich. Now he's trying to go around the outside of Valtteri Bottas into the switchback, which goes on to... Oh, that is a great move. That is a fantastic move there from Charles Leclerc. Now, is he going to keep hold of that? Heading down the kilometre long. He should do, because that Ferrari's got a bit of grunt, but unfortunately, the engine in the back of that... back of this Alfa Romeo is a Ferrari. And... Oh my God! That was 200 miles an hour nearly that Bottas had that moment at. He's trying around the outside. I tell you what, fair play to Bottas for keeping this going, but I don't think it's going to come out for him. I think he's got to settle for what he needs to settle. Now, Jackie, as you can see on the screen, has disappeared up the road from Lawson Order, and Russell is now chasing down Lawson Order. As I think we've got a slow McLaren here of Lando Norris. Is that a slow McLaren? It is a slow McLaren. That looks like it's terminal. It looks like it's terminal, and it is terminal for the British driver. Lando, man. I think this season has so much promise to Lando. And it's just literally capitulated in his hands. And literally, guys, not a lot has happened in this race. That's why we're going back to look at Max Verstappen on a charge. He's right up. Look at how close up the rear wing he is of Alex Albon. And you imagine once he gets past where's De Vries? De Vries has somehow found himself in P17. How? How? Even I want to know how he's managed to pull that off, but that's going to be Verstappen up to P20, unless Alex Albon wants to make a fight of it. I think he does, but eventually he has to roll over, have his tummy tickled, and Yuki Tsunoda is going to follow the same suit down into the switchback P19 for the Dutchman. as he fights his way through the field, but it is going to be 0 points for him till unless some kind of miracle happens. Then again, this is China. Miracles have been known to happen here before. Said nobody particularly ever. Is he going to get a run on Logan Sargent? It doesn't look like he is going to get a run down on Logan Sargent. He's going to be in P19 for the moment, although Nick de Vries is doing the job of holding up Sargent so that Verstappen can get as close as possible. And now, like I said, nothing much happened. You can see Jackie's tyres absolutely singing. They are in the window, perfect optimal window. She is 4 seconds ahead and literally has been set in, I would say, the same lap. She had a little bit of an error there going into the switchback, but that's fine because she's going to just plump the ERS all the way down this back straight. The winning margin looks like it's going to be at least 3.5, 4 seconds back to Lawson Order. Dum-dum. Ultimate Ladies Man and Kings Lynn's #1 driver George Russell is going to take home P3, but for the second time. Well, it's not quite that yet. We've got to go one more corner before we say those immortal words. We do have to say it, but now we can say it, but as we come through the last corner and for the second time this season, and for the first time in China, we take victory. And thank you very much. That will be W. Liam Lawson P2, George Russell P3, P1, championship lead extended. What we're talking about. Liam Lawson, driver of the day. I think I might tend to agree with that one.
There'll be smiles at the factory after that one. A great race and a real team performance to take victory here in Shanghai. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
I do love when a plan comes together. It's so exhilaratingly thrilling when it comes together. The rain was a great equaliser today. Let's not beat around the bush, because Lord knows there's a bush that needs to be beaten. Zero, take that one. I know he's gagging to take that one. As we celebrate with a bit of the bubbly. You know, a bit of the bubbly was going to come out. Oh, I tell you what, I think that with that being her first victory, I think with Miami next. The signs are all looking good.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Governess takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to the Governess.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes moved to the top of the table.
Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Good chat there, Chief. Good chat. P1. Callie P11. Something is wrong with Callie. Something's wrong with her. Because she doesn't seem to be showing up to the party. I don't know what it is, but Lawson P2, Russell, Hamilton, Perez, Piastri, Sainz, Gasly, Ocon and Stroll, your top 10. Once again, like I said, Callie P11. Got to sort that one out, and one DNF. Lando Norris. They were nearly lapped. That's how slow they were around here. There was a gulf there. A very obvious gulf. Well, yeah. That was quite easy. That was easier than it actually needed to be. But, hey, we will take them any way that they come. If it turns out it's easier than it actually should be, then we will take it. Callie, what is going on with Callie? Has she been nerfed for season 4 or something? Because Callie just doesn't seem to be That is not the Callie Mayer that showed up as soon as she won Imola last season. This is not the same Callie. They have done something to Callie Mayer of EA. And I want to know what they've done. Mind you, it's EA. It's more EA BS than needs to be thrown a stick at sometimes.
Solid at the moment. We should start considering.
Yes, our income is very solid. We will renew the sponsors because, you know, we got to keep the sponsors happy on the car as you do sometimes. Right, we have a massive gap to the Miami Grand Prix, don't we? Please remember to bring something to the Miami Grand Prix, Ian. It would be very useful and very helpful as well. Right. Oh, we just got enough for a funded team event. Why not? Go on then. We can do that. We can do that now. We can do that now. We can do that now. Perfect. Everything looks good there. Everything looks good there. Miami should be an absolutely fantastic race. That's all looking well and handsome right there. And that looks better now that Jackie's back on top of the standings. That was pure dominance from her out there. What we got? Unread mail. Is this for the Chinese? Yes, Chinese Grand Prix trophy right there. See that trophy right there? Right there. Look at that trophy. Look at that trophy. Take a look at that trophy. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Exactly, look at it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not already done so. Playlists will appear momentarily. Go check out some more Rockstar Pool 69 content at your viewing pleasure. But in the meantime, stay safe, be kind to each other. You can't be kind, be quiet. No place we will can't be kind to our people. We'll see you tomorrow for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix on F1 Manager 23. And we'll see you on Monday for the Miami Grand Prix on F1 23. Can she win a home race?